We earn money, save money and buy things. Living beyond the economic cycle is impossible. What trends are dictated by world markets and how does it affect consumers? Watch it in People and Economy. In this program you will know how the market of domestic services grows in Kazakhstan, in which country in the world people are more likely to use dry cleaning, and where you can learn the skills of spot remover. To the question about how appeared the idea to establish a business in the personal services sector, the owner of Almaty Dry Cleaning Center of Purity Karamet, Oksana Kishtova, says the information that a new neighborhood is under construction in the city served as an impetus for the creator of the dry cleaning. In 2005, when the real estate Karamet was built in Almaty, builders and management of a building complex in general meant that a large infrastructure in this district was going to be created. This was certainly a clinic, a restaurant, stores, fitness centers, children's educational centers, and also a dry cleaning. Dry cleaning is a respectable enterprise, and it wasn't easy to intelligently organize it. It was necessary to ensure ventilation, strong power and space to install cumbersome professional equipment. If the company is equipped with good facilities, if the space is big enough because we have more than 200 squares of our room, accordingly, we do not narrow the list of services to offer. That is, we not only meet the needs of the residents of our district Karamet, but all Almaty residents and all areas of Almaty residents' needs. According to Oksana, it is necessary to pay great attention to the expansion of the range of services, because the competition in this market segment is growing. More and more enterprises in chemical cleaning are being opened annually. Equally important is the competent modern marketing. Difficulties also exist, and the most important of them is staff. After all, there is no specialized place where the specialists in dry cleaning and spot removing are trained. We have to train staff ourselves, a woman says. We are working with leather, with suede products, with fur. We restore, we update them, we paint them, but apart from that, every cloth passes cleaning. Not all dry cleanings will perform such a work, because the technology used is very complex. Liquids are very complex and expensive. Not everyone can afford them. Necessarily, there should be employees who know how to work with such a range of cloth categories. This is very important because the range is not cheap. In 2005, when we just started, our staff was 6 people. So far in 2016, we have 30 people. We have developed here the internal training program. People passed special seminars and trainings, special programs, various masterclasses. All that concerns Russian technologists, Italian, and in general, even our specialists in Kazakhstan. So we try to keep up the level of our professionals. Oksana and all her employees of her company are trying to not only please customers, but be aware of the latest innovations in the professional field, both technological and marketing ones. They study the market and easily learn new ways of working and new types of services. We try to provide something that no one like our neighbors has. We try to make it better, because it is necessary to survive in the market. We have an interesting service. If we deliver cloth to the client at home, pick up a ready order. There is a service to lift the curtain. Not all dry cleanings do so. And we have a special team prepared, who removes the curtains for the cleaning company. Then the curtains cleaning happens, then the same curtains repeated the design which was at the customer, and they are being hanged in a pure form. There is a further plus we introduced this year. It is a telephone hotline. All customers who would like to leave their wishes, as it once was for the book reviews with the proposals, we now have a hotline where customers can leave their suggestions, comments about our work, and in general, it helps to direct the work. That is, to see all of our faults, the pros and cons. It is also very important. What is included in the list of municipal services today? It is a variety of activities associated with the repair, cleaning, education, dry cleaning, transportation, storage, operation of laundries, hairdressers, and many other things, including funeral services. Industry of services is a set of enterprises and individuals providing services to the public, and industry service providers from the sphere of the economy, by providing services, are not producing goods, and it has a variety of industries and areas in it. We in the services sector have such sectors as finances, travel, healthcare, education, information and personal services sector. The scope of services covers a huge part, I would say even all areas of human life. The area of personal services at all times has been a vast field of activities. On the Kazakh labor market, the most in demand at the moment are such professions as builder, repairman, cleaner and nanny. About 10,000 different positions in the service sector are being published every month in Kazakhstan. In fact, this is a very attractive sector of the economy, or we can say the most attractive sector of the economy, as the service sector does not require such material costs as the production of goods and services requires. It does not require certain raw materials in order to, for example, to do the same plant for production of glass or bricks. And if speaking of the service sector in the whole world and in Kazakhstan, it should be noted that we live in a post-industrial society when the service sector forms a big part of GDP. That is to say that the scope of services is not sufficiently developed, but at the same time, it grows and it begins to take a half of GDP, and this is already something. In developed countries, the service sector covers 2/3 of the GDP. In the United States, it is 80% of GDP and just over 50% of GDP in Kazakhstan. Not only the word to mouth, but also a professional advertising every day tells us that in the country more and more firms are being opened to service the population. The range of their activities is very wide, and many of them will thrive even in a situation of exacerbated financial crisis. In every sphere of the individual services, it is no matter how developed or popular it is, because the same healthcare, the same tourism industry, or in the same sphere of financial and economic activity, or rather the financial services market, the same loans, the same pawn shops, there is always a service that is. It must be said that just because of such a crisis, some services might become popular, such as financial services. Here the market of short loans, short-term loans, the same pawn shops might be popular. If you take the tourism sector, here domestic tourism becomes more popular than traveling abroad. But at the same time, there will always be those services which will be in demand. This is the beauty industry, the industry of repair of equipment, and the sphere of consumer services. Cleaning is one of the most popular areas in the personal services sector. However, today it is called a fashionable word, cleaning. Interesting fact, in 1961 a Special Institute of Cleaning Sciences, BICS, was opened in the UK. It was founded by Eric Hill, whose main goal was to give the cleaning services an industry status, raise the value of the cleaning profession, and to establish uniform educational standards and quality standards of the service. Today the Institute of Cleaning Sciences successfully operates in many countries around the world, provides effective training programs on cleaning tricks, and actively strives for environmental cleanup. Over the past 2 years in Kazakhstan, more than 200 cleaning companies have been opened, and this market is growing annually by about 30%. The increased number of firms providing repair services can also be seen. Apparently, the crisis is to be blamed in it. Our fellow citizens have become more careful to treat clothing and household appliances. They are in no hurry to get a new refrigerator and jeans if they have an opportunity to repair the old ones. Hairdressers and beauty salons is another area that is rapidly developing in the country despite the difficult financial situation. After all, people always want to have a fresh haircut and take care of their appearance. According to statistics, there are about 30,000 beauty salons in Kazakhstan. The average cost of services is up to $30. According to experts, today the services market is the most dynamic sector of the national economy. The development of consumer services has a number of positive trends. For example, improved efficiency of production, creation of new jobs, the fight against unemployment, and replenishment of the state budget revenues. The annual volume of the Kazakhstani market of household services is almost $0.5 billion. Our government carefully supports entrepreneurs, small and medium businesses. Such areas as architecture, information technology, consulting, education and health are also actively funded. We mainly go in the first place manufacturing, and after that 20 to 23% it is services. Since last year we've launched a regional program of the Damu Foundation and Akimat called Jibek Joly. It supports entrepreneurs in the service sector. It retail and wholesale trade, restaurants, advertising, public bathhouses, beauty salons. These are the types of activities that are not included in the Business Roadmap 2020.
социальная деятельность.
There are many programs of financial support of small businesses, such as dry cleaning, car wash stations. If talking about the terms, the maximum amount out there on an entrepreneur, you can get 180 million tenge, up to 7 years. Already there is a preferential rate of interest not more than 7%. Financing goes, the total amount for 2015 is 4 billion tenge and a 16-year plus 4 billion tenge more. Funding is 50-50. Akimat allocates 2 billion and 2 billion allocates the Damo Foundation. Oksana Kishnova says that her company received state support under the program Business Roadmap 2020, and it helped the dry cleaning to restructure and organize the work during the crisis. The Damo Foundation, we called there and received a fairly good support in the frameworks of the roadmap. It is such a credit line for a few years. We have been provided with soft loans. Our company has enjoyed the services of Sberbank. With the support of the foundation, we were credited. A treaty was signed threefold between us, the foundation and Sberbank. And we got quite a soft loan, which helps us in our work in times of crisis, such difficult moments, so of course we are very grateful. In addition to financial support, the state provides support to entrepreneurs in the non-financial form. Following the ancient wisdom that the hungry man is better to be taught to fish than to give him a ready food, the fund provides advisory and consulting assistance to businessmen. In every region we have a business service center within the Damo Foundation, where entrepreneurs on the principle of one window can receive services in consulting, get advice on government programs, legal services for opening the LLP, PI, how to register. Also they can get accounting services, lease accounting, as our accountants to help to hand over declarations, etc. Also when applying for a loan at the bank requires a business plan for sure. Our expert will write a business plan. All services are free of charge. Particular attention is paid, of course, to education. Moreover, the types of educational programs are designed for both mature entrepreneurs and the beginners. In addition to consulting services, education is available. We can train new entrepreneurs. We have a private program, the opening of a new business, where anyone can go through a 4-day course, learn and start a business. For mature entrepreneurs, they are the people who implement the project for more than 3 years. They can be trained not to do business, but how to develop their business, in what area to develop as a manager. We send them for 3 days to the Nazarbayev University in Astana. On the 3rd day, specialists from the University of Dukes, Washington come. Throughout the world, the scope of public services plays an important role in ensuring human activity and socio-economic development of countries. People tend to make their lives more comfortable and free up the time. Consumer services in industrialized countries are equipped with a variety of devices and technologies, and innovation in this segment of business takes place almost on a daily basis. The share of various services accounts for over a quarter of all the world trade. According to experts, the demand for household services increases by almost 30% annually. For the United States and European countries, a form of doing business as a family business is common, as well as the active use of the franchise as one of the most common types of network business. One of the most profitable areas in the sphere of consumer services in Europe is dry cleaning, laundry, as well as health and beauty salons. Every year, Europeans spend on cleaning more than 60 billion euros. Interestingly, the dry cleaners more often are Italians, and least likely the Israelis. United States, the leader in the number and the social importance of household services. Consumer services companies at the total number are superior of catering, healthcare, leisure and entertainment. The share of personal services sector accounts for more than 30% of the country's consumer budget. In 1957, Donald Hilston Ryan, manager of the Belgian representation Procter & Gamble, decided to open his first workshop on the rapid repair of footwear. His wife often complained that the local shops are mending her fashionable shoes for too long. The company immediately began to make a profit, and Ryan soon opened shops in several Belgian cities. But in addition to the repair of footwear, repair, they also made the keys and replaced the battery. That was the secret of the success of a businessman. He suggested that additional services will help to attract new customers, and his account is fully justified. Gradually, the list of available services added the engraving, watch repair and photo service. In 1997, Donald Ryan Hillsdon has sold to the Swiss bank UBS his network of repair shops, Mr. Minute, for $1.5 billion.